Gardening isn't just about planting, it's also about maintaining your garden.
Yeah, a lot of work. One popular plant will deliver bountiful flowers all summer long. The trick, though, is pruning it. And KEZI 9 news anchor Sean Quayer has some tips for pruning clematis in this week's In the Garden.
A lot of people have this plant in their garden, the clematis, but you might have a question about how to take care of it. Here's Caleb Johnson with Johnson Brothers Garden Market. I know I have questions.
Yeah, there's three main classes of clematis, and you want to determine what type of class your clematis is because that will help you determine how you should prune it so that you get the most blooms on it. So we'll jump right in. So class 1 bloom on old growth. So you don't want to prune them in the early spring and winter because you're pruning out the blooms for the summer. So you want to prune those right after they're done blooming, and you don't want to take out the big stems because the big stems are the lifeblood for all that old growth.
Then we go to class 2.
So class 2 are ones that bloom on old and new wood. So really these you don't have to be super finicky about where you trim them. Cut them back closer to the ground or wherever you want to see it vine to, and it's going to bush out and just be full of more and more blooms.
I got a class 2, but there's still the class 3.
Yeah, so class 3 blooms on new growth. So basically wherever you stop pruning it is where the new growth is going to come out, and that's where the flowers are going to come out. So if you want to have this long vine with flowers at the top, perfect. If you want the flowers a little bit lower, prune it a little bit lower because that new growth is going to give you the flowers, and you want to prune that usually in late winter, early spring.
So the trick is knowing which class 1 you have, 1, 2, or 3. Cut it right, and you'll have blooms all summer.